Hello there, I am Shaun McLaren, and this is Black White Zombies. Sweet new archetype that opened up thanks to Cat, Felidar Guardian, Cat being banned, and possibly some sweet new zombie cards from Cat. I mean, there are a lot of Cat cards here, so let's go over the deck. One of the best new cards for the deck is Lord of the Accursed. Just being the Lord effect is mostly what you're interested in here. Giving your other zombies +1/+1 is incredibly good, and the Menace ability does sometimes come up as well. If you're trying to push through damage, giving your entire team Menace is pretty good. Another zombie 3-drop is Diagraph Colossus, which kind of is great in the early game. If you are able to untap and cast a bunch of zombies, you can go very wide with a bunch of zombie tokens, and it actually scales up in the late game as well by getting +1/+1 counters based on how many zombies have already died. So in the late game it can actually be quite gigantic. Dark Salvation is just scalable solid removal, and you don't even need to kill your opponent's creatures. Like if you're playing against control, you can just tap out for 5 mana and make 2 zombies. And in this deck, it usually is able to just kill whatever you want in the mid game, and even take down like indestructible gods as well if you have enough zombies. Not that hard to do. As for the 2-drops, we have Wayward Servant, one of the most powerful cards in the deck. Whenever any zombie enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. So you don't even have to be casting the zombies from your hand. That counts zombie tokens, which is what makes it so appealing with something like Diagraph Colossus or Dark Salvation. Allows for huge life swings, life point swings, and just basically a really solid card. Metallic Mimic is kind of your cheaty face zombie that you're always naming zombie as it's comes into play. It's going to be pumping up your zombie tokens and the zombies you cast as well, so solid turn 2 play to follow up a bunch of zombies. Binding Mummy is sort of probably not that good, but I want to try it out. It's just too irrelevant a lot of the time, I feel, but it can be very good if you're on the beatdown, and this deck is trying to be on the beatdown plan, which is why we also have in Oketra's name. Gonna be instant speed for only 2 mana +2/+1 to pretty much your entire team, almost always. And then we have Fanbearer, which is also going to allow you to keep up the aggression, and the stats on Fanbearer aren't even that bad when you're pumping it up with Metallic Mimic or Lord of the Accursed. And just having a 1-drop zombie is very important a lot of the time for keeping your numbers up for Dark Salvation, or playing Fanbearer after Diagraph Colossus and getting a free zombie token. Then we have Crypt Breaker, which is easily the best card in the deck. Allows you to play a control game if you want, just by tapping all your zombies, drawing a bunch of cards. Allows you to discard useless cards to make more zombies. Yeah, and all for just 1 mana. Very good card. Dread Wanderer is just very efficient, and also a new card that makes the deck function. Just a 1 mana 2/1 is great, and it just comes back in the late game. Fatal Push, just solid removal. Everyone knows how good Fatal Push is in Standard, just able to kill like Heart of Kirin and dominate the early game. And then the mana base, not sure if this is correct, but Shambling Vent, Concealed Courtyard are obviously musts. Then we have a few plains and more swamps. So we should be able to cast most of our stuff on time. As for the sideboard, Fragmentize can hit Aetherworks Marvel, can hit Heart of Kirin, can hit all sorts of stuff. Cast Out, not bad. Festering Mummy, just trying out as a 1-drop as well. Could be good in when you're expecting to be defensive, blocking. Transgress and Lay Bare the Heart are your disruption spells. Transgress is going to be better against pretty much everything but control, I would say, and then Lay Bare the Heart is going to be better against control because you can hit like Pull from Tomorrow or Harnessed Lightning, but Transgress being able to hit like Aetherworks Marvel, which is legendary, or pretty much anything that's legendary, the gods, Archangel Avacyn. Yeah, Transgress, I would say, is better in general, but Lay Bare the Heart is better against control. Grasp of Darkness, more solid removal. Not the easiest to cast in this deck, but pretty easy to cast. Liliana, very solid card, has good abilities for zombies. Like, all these abilities are nice in the zombie deck, even the ultimate, which just goes crazy in this deck. Plague Belcher, not sold on Plague Belcher, so just tossed one in the sideboard to try it out. We'll see how good Plague Belcher is, I suppose. The thing is, you don't really want to kill your own zombies that much in this deck with its -1/-1 counters, but even if it's just a 3/2, it's still not that bad. And Kalitas, I mean, Kalitas is great for a lot of matchups. Some life gain, some more zombies. I mean, it makes zombies, and you already have zombies to sack to Kalitas. Kalitas should be nice here too. Alright, that's the deck. Let's play.